is a question I'd like to ask you. I have a question for you, the audience there. And that question is, how do you feel about being a guinea pig? How do you feel about having things tested on you? Right? Could be fun. And another thing I want to mention here is that, let's be honest, right? As we get into the weeds of this, no one likes the rules, right? No one likes red tape. I'm someone who, honestly, maybe I get myself in trouble here, but I kind of, I ask for forgiveness before I ask for permission. It's worked out pretty well for me. I just kind of do things as I've always done. Sometimes it's a lot easier that way. And as a small business owner, yeah, of course, there's a lot of rules and regulations that can be tricky. They can be very tricky to navigate. But is faster always better? You can always get things better, get things done faster without regulation. But is that actually better? So early on in the pandemic, there was a push from Republican governors to reduce FDA regulations to get COVID tests on the market, right? I mean, we needed tests very fast.
I expected a decision before today, but, I'm kind of an impatient guy, but, lives are literally at stake.
And he wasn't wrong there. I mean, lives were literally at stake, I mean, this is early on in the pandemic, if you can remember back then. And the idea is we can still stop COVID-19. We can contain this. We can limit this. We can stop it from, wreaking havoc on our population. And so there was a rush. Everyone said the main thing to stopping COVID-19 spread, the main thing here was getting testing done. You look around the world, South Korea was able to limit their outbreaks because they jumped on testing quick. They jumped on masks quick, right? And they were able to really, not see a whole lot of problems with their economy. Now, the problem with rushing those tests through the FDA was that they were kind of shit.
One day, one of these 12-hour shifts in the emergency room in the Bronx, we admitted maybe 20 people we were sure had COVID. There was just no doubt about it. They positively had COVID. And either 19 or 20 of them tested negative. So that the testing's not great, and the false negative rate is high.
I do love that Bill Maher. That's one of my favorite shows. And now, Republicans are trying to mess with the FDA again. This time, the Trump administration is trying to block guidelines to get a vaccine on the market by, oh, you guessed it, November 3rd, Election Day. So the FDA basically put a lot of, we're trying to put a lot of strict measures in place to make sure that this vaccine was safe before it was distributed to the public, right? They wanted to put a lot of stuff in there to make sure that you and I, if we took the vaccine, we're going to be okay. And now, for political reasons, they're trying to rush it on through. And if you say, oh, it's not political reasons, then why November? Why are they trying to get done by Election Day? If it wasn't for politics, that wouldn't matter. If they really cared about the health and safety of the American people, they wouldn't be trying to rush it. And so, what they are doing by interfering in this process is actually making it less likely that people will take the vaccine when it actually does come out. I mean, look, I'm not and they've actually accused people of being anti-vaxxer. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think vaccines are great. I think vaccines are awesome. They've saved countless lives. But by doing this, by interfering with the FDA, by interfering with scientists, they're making it so people are not going to trust the vaccine. People aren't going to go out and get that. And so it makes the whole thing not only, it exacerbates the whole pandemic in general because, okay, a vaccine, we want everyone to go out and take it and so we can be done with this mess. And people are less likely to do that now because they're interfering with the process. That's the horrible thing they're doing, number one. The second thing is that, they're trying to make the actual vaccine itself less safe. I mean, I was very excited to take the vaccine until I saw someone had a spinal cord injury. I don't know how you get a spinal cord injury from taking a vaccine, but yeah, that made me a little less likely to take it. So again, if Republicans had taken this shit seriously, we would not be where we are at now, unfortunately. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. You know, I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics and news and all the stuff that's going on in our country?